Priority number one, before you even meet the director, is you learn that play inside out. I'm partially dyslexic. It's actually an advantage because I read it over and over again. Whatever script, whether it be, you know, television, film, theatre, whatever your work you're basing it on, you know it inside out. So if a props person comes up to you and says, what about this prop? You will be able to say instantly, that's appropriate, that's fantastic, well done, you're doing your job great. So you could be up in, like I was, up in York, and there'd be a person down in Sidcup emailing me a picture of a piece of clothing that they found in a market stall, and taken a someone else has taken a photo for them. They email me up and I've got to know instantly whether that's appropriate or not because she wants to buy it. You always carry a sketchbook and anything you see you grab. Might be a piece of paper or a leaf on the floor that you think really relates to the project. You've got to work really hard and get as much information as you can that connects with the script that you know inside out. You know, an actor or an actress will always say to you it's a two-way process. And the performance is live, you know, and it just happens, doesn't it? It's in there in the moment. So you've got to be able to create that moment, you know, time after time, but there will be certain things that you hope will connect with an audience. Bear in mind, you know, the date that you're in, and there may be some avenue that you can tap into and take your audience with you. After I've decided whether I'm going to set it in a period or I've talked to the director, and hopefully, because the ones I work with are usually open to those sort of interpretations, quite often they'll be keen to do it as well, I would then start looking at different artists. Now, I wouldn't go straight to an artist of the period. I'd save that for a bit. And if I was generating atmosphere, I'd go through a whole list of artists. One of the things that Monet used to say was that he was trying to generate a sensation of a location. He wasn't trying to reproduce it. I mean, in his period, that's when photography just started to happen, didn't it? Was just beginning to be introduced. And the Impressionists kind of tried to present an alternative to that. And their alternative was to create a feeling of the view that they were looking at. Whistler, I think, is one of the, even better than many of the Impressionists. How can you then convey atmosphere, feeling? How would you, if you, right, you've got a meeting next day, how would you convey a feeling of calm, of passion, of anger?
Colour.
Colour. What else? What else?
Light.
Light, definitely. Is there anything else we could suggest in our mark making?
Texture.
Texture. If you can convey, like that, Henry Moore, a feeling, this is just drawing with a candle. That's all he did. You can see the pressure he's put on that to try and convey that arm and the folds in that piece of fabric. Gives you texture, starts to give you depth. So you start to work up layers. Begin to imagine that being a theatre setting. Is everyone happy doing some practical work? I think, take it away with you, have a think about it, but just by doing those basic mark-making techniques, you begin to hopefully express a feeling for the piece that you're working on. I'll do a demonstration and then you can have a go. So yeah, I mean, don't worry, usually I think of something like that. Horizon, I've shown you a couple of artists that have done landscapes. But just do some quick marks. Try and make yourself not use a pencil. You can draw with a biro. We can build up marks, make them close, and then you separate the marks and spread them apart, and it creates a different tone or a different texture or can convey a different atmosphere.